Suge Knight is calling in from a California prison cell, putting Snoop Dogg's name directly in the middle of Tupac's murder, and he's not being vague about it. He's saying Snoop had foreknowledge, that money changed hands, and that there are people walking around right now who know exactly what happened on that Las Vegas strip in 1996. But here's the thing, it's not just Suge talking. Tupac's own family, his sister, his stepbrother, they've been building something behind the scenes. Lawsuits, private investigators, the same attorney who represents Jay-Z and Elon Musk. And the phrase that keeps coming up, the one the family will not let go of, multiple hands were involved. So let's get into all of it, because what's happening right now could crack this thing wide open. To understand why this is blowing up in 2025, you got to go back to the night itself. September 7th, 1996, Las Vegas Strip. Tupac is riding passenger in a black BMW. Suge Knight behind the wheel. They're sitting at a red light at East Flamingo Road and Koval Lane when a white Cadillac pulls up alongside them. Shots come out of the rear passenger window. Pac gets hit 4 times, twice in the chest, once in the arm, once in the thigh. They rush him to University Medical Center. He fights for 6 days. And on September 13th, 1996, at 4:03 p.m., Tupac Shakur is pronounced dead. Respiratory failure and cardiopulmonary arrest. He was 25 years old. And then, nothing. For almost 3 decades, nobody caught a charge. Nobody got held accountable. No trial, no conviction, no closure. For the fans, that was frustrating. For the family, according to Tupac's stepbrother, Mopreme Shakur, it sat on their chest like a weight that never moved. That changed on September 29th, 2023, when Dwayne Keith Davis, better known as Keffi D, finally got arrested. And the family did not stay quiet about it. Tupac's sister, Sekiwa Shakur, who runs the Tupac Amaru Shakur Foundation, went on Instagram with a full statement. She called the arrest a pivotal moment after 27 years and said her brother's life and death matters and should not go unsolved. But the line that everybody screenshotted, the one that got reposted everywhere, was this: there have been multiple hands involved, and there remains so much surrounding the life and death of my brother Tupac and our Shakur family overall. Multiple hands. She said it publicly and never walked it back. And that right there is the thread that connects everything happening now. Mopreme has been even more direct about it. When Keffi D got locked up, Mop sat down with TMZ and called the news bittersweet. He said justice means accountability, and it ain't over. He questioned the Las Vegas Police Department's timing. He questioned the system, and he made it clear the family was not about to close the book just because one person got charged. Somebody asked him recently how he's been getting through 29 years without his brother, and he kept it real. He said you never close on the death of a loved one like you close on a house. You either develop thick skin or it buries you. And he talked about Pac's spirit being too large to sidestep, that it's still here, still present, still demanding something be done. Now here's where it gets interesting, because the family isn't just talking. They are making legal moves. They filed a wrongful death suit. They brought in Alex Spiro, and if you don't know that name, this is the attorney who represents Jay-Z and Elon Musk. That's the level of legal firepower we're talking about. Spiro's firm is digging into connections to Pac's murder that the official criminal case hasn't touched. And Mopreme confirmed all of this on camera. He said there's a lot of evidence being gathered that's about to come out, both in the Keffi D situation and in the wrongful death suit. So you've got 3 tracks running at the same time right now. The criminal trial of Keffi D, which is locked in for August 2026, the wrongful death suit, and a private investigation running parallel to both. The family's posture through all of this has been measured. They're not in comment sections. They're not going live on Instagram making accusations. They're letting the legal plays speak. But the message underneath everything they do is the same. One arrest does not equal the whole truth. And that open space, the gap between what the family is pushing for and what's actually been proven, is exactly where Suge Knight enters the picture. Knight is serving a 28-year bid for voluntary manslaughter. He's not eligible for parole until 2034. And from inside a California correctional facility, he's been calling into a YouTube channel called Collect Call. And by early 2025, those conversations had the entire culture paying attention, because Sugo is not reminiscing about death row glory days. He's putting Snoop Dogg's name directly in the middle of this. According to Knight, Calvin Broadus, Snoop's government name, had foreknowledge of Tupac's murder and was financially involved in ordering the hit. Now, obviously, these are accusations coming from a man in prison with his own complicated history and his own possible motivations. That needs to be said. But the specific claim that blew up was about Ray J. Knight said on a recorded call that Ray J had run his mouth about private conversations where Snoop allegedly admitted his own role in what happened. That clip got ripped and reposted millions of times across every platform. And this is the part nobody talks about. The timing of all this is not random. You've got the family quietly building a legal case that explicitly says multiple people were involved. You've got Kefe D's trial on the horizon. And then you've got Suge from inside prison naming Snoop specifically. Whether Suge's claims hold up legally is one question, but the fact that they align with what the family has been saying for years about multiple hands, that's not something you can just brush off. Snoop, for his part, has not directly responded to the specific accusations from Knight, and honestly, that's probably the smart legal play. But the silence is loud when you consider how much Snoop has built his brand on the legacy of West Coast hip-hop, a legacy that Tupac is the absolute center of. If even a fraction of what's being alleged gains traction in court, the fallout would be massive. Look, we don't know yet what's going to come out of the wrongful death suit. We don't know what Alex Spiro's team has found. We don't know what evidence the family says is being gathered. But what we do know is that for 29 years, Tupac's family has been carrying this, and they are not stopping. Mopreme said it best. Pac's spirit is too big to ignore. And right now, it feels like we're closer to real answers than we've been in nearly 3 decades. So here's what I want to know from you. Do you think Suge's accusations against Snoop are coming from a place of truth, or is this a man with nothing to lose, just trying to take everybody down with him? Drop your take in the comments. And if you're not subscribed, now's the time. Because when that August 2026 trial date hits, we're going to be all over it.